Yes, we are back again. We are back again. All right. Let me get let me get my shades right. Let me cut on the light. All right, about that. All right. We are in service. All right. All right. All right. We are set. Okay. Now, as you can see within the title, it says that let's talk about the fakeness within family. Now this is gonna be a great live, okay? This is something that I feel like we should be talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is something that we shouldn't bypass. Um, who I'm really speaking to, I'm not talking to the family members that are still within the system. Most people call the matrix. This message is not for you. Okay? This message is for the one, right? The one, right? There may be two, right? Where the both of you within the family, you both operate with each other. Okay. Everybody else seem not to be operatable with you. Okay. Uh, So in some people families, what they could be experiencing, right? Because we're gonna talk about some of my experiences so you can understand, right? In this life right now, a lot of things in this life is being revealed. Okay. The sleep, right, or spell that you was underneath, right? What's starting to happen is a ripple effect is starting to happen where the things that you were asleep to, they're being revealed. Okay. Now pay attention. When you were asleep, right? Everyone was around. When you woke up, everyone else they took flight, right? And it's okay. What you have to understand is with your awakening, right? The people that are around you, the truth is going to be revealed about who they really are. Now, 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 now. This is not the time to get emotional. The reason why I tell you that, why would you be emotionally attached to someone that's not in the better good of yourself? Thank you. They're going to use your family because the matrix feel as the only memories that you have is with this family. So the only bond that you have is with this family. The only emotional connection you have is with this family. What you have to understand is that it's time to let go. It's that time. We don't even be understanding with ourselves. We hold on to luggage, right? That's not even ours no more. Thank you. We hold on to family, right? That's loose luggage. What is that really getting you? Because the last time I checked, this is what I paid attention to. Most people say this person in my family, they doing this, and I don't like how they doing certain things. I hear you, but you are not the one to change them. They can only change themselves. So how is it that you complain about something in your family if you're not at least, how can I say, getting away from the shit? Some things you cannot change in your family at all. You don't you have the power of change, but at the same time, the people that's in your family, they don't have to change with you. That's an option. That's not something that you have to be emotionally attached to. Like, let's say you telling your family, we can build a business or we can do better, right? That is a great deed that you are doing on your end. That's you, right? Extending an invitation to them to show them, right? This will actually be a better form of life. All the haters that's in the comment section, right? All the haters in the comment section, tell me about the negative experiences that you were going through, okay? Understand, right? We can clearly see that a lot of human beings are getting tore up shred to shred. Okay? So all you're doing is reporting your negative energy of what I'm taking you through. Do you got it? Have a nice day. Moving on back to my conversation where I was originally talking about. What you have to understand is that a lot of people don't even understand family values. Just because you stand in a horde or a group doesn't mean that you're actually family. Family comes down to building great memories, building great bonds. None of the American families, they don't have that really like that. They don't. They do not. They have lost their family memory system. Let's just pay attention to the setup in front of us. If you look at the birth rates inside of America, they're very low. President Trump, that they hate so much, is so ridiculous. He actually wants to pay them $1,000, right, for every baby that they have. Now, I'm going to show you something with human beings, okay? Everyone would say $1,000 is not enough. If I gave you $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 to have a baby, that lets me know systematically you are a machine. You need a form of a dollar to create a child. You're a machine now. You're just not understanding it consciously. You understand? Last time I checked, the ancestors that was on this ram, before any currency came into existence, they was already having children. So humanity as a whole, right? I love y'all the way y'all are. Yes, y'all only make children when you get money, which means that your birth rates go completely down, which means that humanity goes completely down. I can't complain about the destruction that you're doing on yourself. I cannot say what you are doing is wrong. I can't. If you want to be a destroyer towards yourself and argue with yourself, that has nothing to do with me. You understand? So as a whole, when it comes towards the conscious of human beings, and I'm looking at the research of what you are doing on the earth, is sad. It's very sad. It's like looking at a species that's literally devouring itself. You people hate to make children. This is sad. And thinking that this world right here is going to exist forever. No, it's not. Okay? This world is disgusting. Filth. You think we're supposed to be in a world, think consciously. You think we're supposed to be in a world, right, where a program is going on around us, right? The program tricks the human's conscious of actually having children. You cannot tell me as a human being you're smarter than AI. You can't tell me that. A lot of things that's happening right now, a lot of people, right, they just sitting here like, damn, reality is really smacking us in our face. And the only thing you can do is run. I would tell you, run. Run from the truth. Run from reality. The reason why I'm telling you that is to pick up on the information and data, right, of what running does and what happens when you run from it. I wouldn't tell you to stop. I'd tell you to keep on going. But what I understand is that reality stills play even if you're running from it. So the truth as a whole in America that I want all foreigners to know, they have a birth rate problem. The technology of their consciousness are not even trying to project children within the world. And that's something great to be as a humanoid. I laugh. Okay? Now, let's get into the data, right? Of family and what's really going on with family members, what family members are designed to do for the ones. Okay? What you have to understand is that majority of family members that are in your family, right, they are fakes. Okay? They are nothing more than clones set up by the system, right, to have a immediate connection with you in order to monitor you, in order to figure out what you are doing, in order to figure out what your goals are, what you want to do. Okay? Now, let me show you how family works over here on the black people side. Okay? All right, we're going to get into this real quick. I like to show what's going on in reality. That way people can actually know. All right, we're going to get into it. Now, what I want you to understand is that this individual is supposed to be a brother in my family. Okay? The truth is coming out that he's not, based on the actions that he's doing. Okay? Now I'm gonna give you a little rough draft about this before we actually release the video of the conversation that me and him had and the reason why the relationship ended. Okay? Recently, right, sometime in July, I was hanging around a group of people, right? Not really being aware what was their real purpose and why was I around them, right? So around July, those same group of people decided to jump me and rob me. That was the whole purpose. It was really just a setup. I didn't know. But by going through that situation, it now puts me in awareness. Pay attention to people that are around you because they may have certain motives that you may not be aware of. But if you are paying attention to what they are doing, you will be aware. So I learned the lesson out of that. You got it? Now I know how to move. Thank you. Next, I informed my brother what happened, right? My brother said, okay, yo, that was fucked up what happened to you, right? Then he went to sleep. He woke up. When he woke up, he told me about a dream, okay? The dream that he had was a dream. I want you to understand how people are actually disobeying themselves, and I love this shit. Watch this. The dream that he had was that he was protecting me from the people that were jumping me. We're not going to go in too much detail, but we're just going to keep it as that. He had a dream, his own dream, that he was protecting me from those people that jumped me. Okay? Now, let me show you. In your dreams, right, what you have to understand is that the right brain is the corrector to the left mind. Okay? So what is happening is that the right brain is sharing information and data to the left mind in order to have the left mind, right, in the knowing of what it's supposed to do. Now pay attention, right? That's what's that the protection, right? And all that, you know, you know, it never happened. Okay. Now, before that, right, me and my brother had an argument about some people speaking about a lie on me, him believing it and not actually investigating the lie to actually find out the truth. Now, this is the thing. With him, right, he was talking to another brother of mine, right? My other brother informed him, yo, bro, everything they said about bro, that shit wasn't even true. It was like we was standing there the whole time. That shit is not true, bro. We was watching. So my other brother, right, he came around, his name is R, right? He came around and he was like, yo, bro, to me, he was like, yo, bro, what I did was wrong. That wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like, I should have actually, investigated before just making a decision on you. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he apologized for that. Right. Now, just because you apologize, right, your words that you speak have to be backed with action. You have to show, right, that you're making it right. You can't just go to someone's mind and just say, I'm sorry for what I did. Okay, where's the action, right, to back your words? There you go. You see what I'm saying? So, in this situation, right? That's his fault. He look at me like how everybody else in the world look at me, which lets me know that this family is not real. Thank you. Now, let's get into the data, right? And let's get into how brothers do each other do each other within the so-called black community. What you have to understand, I am not within the black community. I am the one that is designed to speak about the things that are within all communities. Okay. So I just want to report to you, this is what happens in the black community. Okay, let me show you. That way you know. This is what they do to each other. You'll hear it, just give it a second. So okay, listen. Am I able to talk or not?
Make sense of what you're saying and stop trying to manipulate the conversation into something else.
Okay, so in 2024, there is a weapon that has been stolen. It has not been returned. So with that being said, now you heard that, right? You can hear me saying on the phone, there is a weapon that has been stolen in 2024, right? The weapon has never been returned back, okay? That weapon is used to defend yourself. That's it, right? Now, let's finish playing the clip and let's just see what the Matrix brother says to the real brother, okay?
That's what I'm telling you. You're not getting that back. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed you to say. So you heard what he said, right? And he took it and he said, you're not getting that back. So, can I ask you a question? Is your brother just allowed to steal from you and you just sit there and just don't do nothing? I mean, this is what goes on in the black community. Well, is it that they're upset that I actually recorded the shit and I'm airing it out? Now people are running away because they're looking at it like, wow, because you all have done the same thing to your brothers, right? I know. The ones that are leaving, you don't have to stay here, but it shows everything within a lot of people's character. I'm pretty sure a lot of you that are in here have done the same thing to your brother. What is happening is, right? Ignore the guilt. Just ignore that. Just ignore that. Just ignore the guilt. There you go. Feel better, right? There you go. I like you just the way you are. I know you're looking at me like, why are you telling me that ignore my guilt? I mean, you have ignored it before, right? So I'm just telling you what you do. That's it. I like you the way you are. I'm not trying to change you. I'm just revealing what you are. And what I understand is, as I reveal what you are, right, guilt starts to set in. And I always tell human beings, like, don't feel guilty about what you did. Feel proud about what you did. Feel proud about the self-destruction you have done upon yourself. What is everyone feeling guilty, right, about the things that they have done? Ignore your guilt. Ignore your natural feelings. Do you get it? I'm one of those. I work on both sides of the coin. What you want, light or darkness? Which one, lady? Just understand, that was the darkness speaking to you, telling you ignore your emotions. Ignore that. Ignore your truthful emotions. Because your truthful emotions of guilt was actually a corrector to your left mind. Let you know what you did was wrong against yourself. But I like you the way you are. Ignore your guilt and ignore the change of yourself. Remain as the machine that you are. I love you. I love you. You're giving me everything that I want. You're giving me the world like this. I ain't even got to fight for it. You're giving me everything. People look at it like, no, how are you looking at it like that when we're trying to block you out of the world? I hear you. The thing is, who you are today and the world that we are going to, that self is not going to protect you based on the world we are going to. Let me show you, sir. The brother that you see that is speaking upon the phone told me one day, hey, bro, I had a dream about me and you. What was that dream consist of? The world looked different. What did the world look like? It looked like it was in shambles, like things was just down. I hear you. What was the scenario? What was the situation at hand? Oh, me and you was running through a forest, and as we were running through a forest, it was like these things that were trying to attack us. These things. What you mean these things? This isn't his dream. This is what he's telling me. This is the setups that I have everyone in. Now, he sit here and tell me like, yeah, it was these things that were trying to attack us. I'm like, what things, bro? Like, what you talking about? He like, they kind of look like zombies. I'm like, oh, okay, great, 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 great. That was in your dream? He like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm in your dream with you. He like, yeah. I'm like, so what happened in the dream? He like, we running and we knocking these zombie things down, and then we kind of go inside of a building, and then it's a horde in there. We didn't even know. Then pay attention to the setup, human beings. This is what you all will go through. He tells me, right, we got cornered by a horde of zombies, right? In his mind, this is what he said. In his mind, he looked at the zombies and he felt like the zombies was going to consume the both of us. Setups. I'm the one that came through and was like, yo, bro, we going to fight through this. And he said he looked at me like I was fucking crazy. But he understood my energy. Bro, not about to bow down to the shit. He about to fight this shit. So we start the fight. What I'm going too fast. What you have to understand is that that was a humanoid mind. Humanoids get frayed. Humanoids get consumed. The other one that's standing there does not have the mind of the human. He's looking at like, I could whoop all this shit out. So can I ask you a question? The one that you are going against, that is within your dreams, within the future, right, was a savior towards that brother. He was not the savior of himself. Setups. You stole from me, right? In this present moment. So how the fuck am I going to be in the future protecting you if you were a thief in the present moment? Setups. Don't play with me. That part of dream will happen for him. I will not be there. Thank you. When you steal from your ancestors, right, you might really think just because those people that are around you in the corporate world, that's the matrix world, that are nothing more than robotic world with no solar world. And I said that. They don't mean anything. They are nothing more than puppets to bro world. That's what you understand. They have an illusion of power that bro gave them. Do you understand that? Bro run this whole shit. That's what you have to understand. Do you get it? All right. Motherfucker, have a nice day. Now, I know what you gonna ask me, bro. What you eating? What is you eating? Them raisins? Nah, them ain't raisins, baby. Them grapes. They just look like fingers. Okay? All right. Now, right? Pay attention to what will happen to him in the future. This is what he said. That way you know what will happen to certain people in the future. My setups are brazy. People be thinking they really have power and not actually understanding they have no power.
Okay, listen. Am I able to talk or not?
There you go.
Make sense of what you're saying and stop trying to manipulate the conversation into something else. Okay, so in 2024, there is a weapon that has been stolen. It has not been returned. So with that being said, that's what I'm telling you. You're not getting that back. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, thank you. That's all I needed you to say.
So, with that being said, like I said, some people, most people, are not actually real. Okay? Most people are actually going to reveal exactly who they are. Okay? And what you have to understand is that is nothing more than a machine. That is not the real variation of my brother. The real variation of my brother, he's not a thief and he's not a backstabber towards me. This is nothing more than an AI computer generated brother. This is not a real brother. I mean, in the black community, right? Okay, in the black community or whatever the case may be, that's what's going on. You kind of see the people kind of coming in here being rude to themselves. Get them up out here. There you go. Get them up out here. Thank you so much. I got people suffering 24/7. Look at them suffering in the comment section. Watch me set their programming. Bye. It'll hit their conscience in just a minute. I got them suffering. That's why they come in here so angry. Got y'all suffering. I did that to y'all. What y'all gonna do about it? Yeah, I did everything to y'all. Look at your hoods. Fucked over that too. Yeah, I fucked over y'all. I did that. What you gonna do? I installed baby mothers in your hood. Yeah. I installed drug dealers in your hood. And I don't give a fuck. I did that. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy it to your hood. You got it? Alright. I don't know why they be trying to come over here like we not buddy buddy with each other. Turns your whole tech into AI. Yeah, I did that. You can tell them I did that too. Design a hood into an artificial hood. Walk up in their hood, ask them what's good. I did that to y'all tech. Give a fuck about y'all tech. Go ahead. Notice that they shutting the fuck up now. They like, you got it. I know. Turns out to straight AI. You got it? That's what the hood consists of. Go walk inside the Arab stores. The Arab store. What type of information and data that he has inside the store? Nothing more than artificial ingredients. Is put you in an artificial civilization. Do you understand? All right. Don't. This the one you don't want to play with. Okay. All right. You have yourself a nice day. A lot of people like to come very angry my way. Don't come angry my way. Don't. Don't come. What you coming angry? I'm giving you what I'm giving all these people what they want. I give everybody in the hood what they want. I give white people what they want. Everybody what they want. And then y'all complaining? Don't complain. I'm the one. I don't give a fuck. You get it? All right. I just want the people to know that they be trying to come to me like, "Do you care about us?" Like, hell no. I created y'all not to care. Why the fuck would I care about y'all? Okay, then get the fuck out of here. Shit, crazy. All right. Mm-hmm. Back to the mission at hand, right? So just want to show you what they do in the hood right here as brothers. That way you understand why I destroyed the hood a long time ago. Hood don't do no good shit for God. They don't. They just do bad shit, fucked up shit, robbery shit. This all they got in the hood. I'm gonna show you.
So, okay, listen.
This all they got in the hood.
Am I able to talk or not? Make sense of what you're saying and stop trying to manipulate the conversation to something else. Okay, so
he said, stop trying to manipulate the conversation. How am I manipulating the conversation if what I'm telling you is truthful? This motherfucker stole a whole weapon from me, motherfucker. So how the fuck am I manipulating the conversation? I'm talking about the actions that you are doing. Do you see what I'm talking about with so-called black people? Do you understand what I'm talking about? What you gotta understand with black people is this, that I understand. With majority of all people, majority of people. When they do something fucked up and you come to them and tell them, this is what you did wrong, they want to say, you're gaslighting, you're manipulating the conversation. What? I'm what? This is why I see why a lot of people say that a lot of people that operate like this, they are very unintelligent to themselves. Very unintelligent. I mean, literally, I can see why a motherfucker would call you a nigger. I mean, I can. That's clearly straight ignorance. Okay? Anyone can know, yo, if you robbed your brother, that means you're a backstabber to your brother. Real shit. So that's what goes on in the black community all the time. It's just that the black community get mad, right? That I come in there, see what the fuck they doing, and report the shit. You got it? The black community is not a great community at all. It's a self-destroying black. It's a self-destroyer community. That's what you have to understand. Look at the mama. Look at the mama. What she got on her head? The bonnet. She got the bonnet on. She about what? 7 months pregnant. Look at the kids. No guidance inside the house. But I love it. I love watching this shit. I know you looking at me like, bro, what the fuck? I love watching this shit. I'm not complaining about this shit. I'm gonna tell you how deep it is. One time I was on a bus and it was a black woman, right? She was pregnant. She had the bonnet already on her head. And I was speaking out loud, not to her, just to let her know, like, I created you. Okay? I created you as the black woman to be a self-destroyer towards yourself. Do you understand that? You, right? You better not get with your baby father. What you better do is you better raise that motherfucking child on your own, right? Not only that, her mother was with her. So her mother is nothing more than a reflection of the daughter. The daughter decided to look at me in the message of what I was saying, right? And she got up and went to the next chair. The reason why she did that is because she was frustrated because she knew that's the reality that she's going to. Thank you. Next black mother that wants to be created to be a baby mother. Next. Come on, baby. Knock her up. Throw away the father. There's not going to be any guidance in this house. You can lock up all the children. We can make money off the vessels. That's what we can do. I give a fuck about y'all today. Okay? Thank you. They're not for their original Christ anymore. Don't look at me like I'm confused. I know what I'm doing. They don't praise their original Christ anymore. Okay. Which means that they don't want to remember the original Christ. Thank you. Understand that the Father already told this nation and many different nations 400 years. 400 years? 400 years. You are thinking 400 years came from what? The white people. That is nothing more than a setup. God uses everyone. He just don't use one nation. He uses everyone. Now, what do you want to complain about the 400 years of slavery about? Because after the 400 years of slavery, y'all still are robbing your brothers. Y'all still are backstabbing each other. So I'm not trying to hear about no, we went through 400 years of slavery and white people did us dirty. And y'all still doing each other dirty today? Setups. I'm trying to hear none of that. I'm trying to hear none of that. I'm not trying to hear that. Black people are not a perfect people. Okay? What you have to understand is that a lot of them, I'm not going to say all of them, but a good probably 70% of them ain't nothing for themselves. To be efficient for themselves, they actually be efficient for everyone else. Now, pay attention to the setup. Before all this popped off, right? There were certain things that are given to certain people in the family in order to do certain things for me, in order to have certain memories. I understand that they are actually distracting themselves from themselves. Great. But what does that have to do with me? What black people have to understand is that just because you hold yourself down, right, and you hold your families down, right, doesn't mean that the one that's in your family, right, is going to be held down. Y'all are weak as a nation. Y'all purposely hold yourselves down. Purposely. And then try to blame it on another group of people. Don't get me wrong. Yes, they did do some damage. But how the fuck you go through damage and actually become the fucking damage? So I don't have no sympathy for the hood, the ghetto. I don't have none of that. When they suffer, I'm laughing. I don't give a fuck. When it's called fuck the ancestors and ignore the ancestors looking at like, y'all gonna burn too. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to y'all. Y'all hate the ancestors. That's the truth. Y'all do. We already see y'all got y'all upload already. Pay attention to the upload on TikTok. They say pay attention to the black ones and then pay attention to the ancestors. We are not the same. We are sent to destroy you motherfuckers. We're not coming here to fucking party with y'all. Pay attention to what you did with your mom. Ask yourself, what image of the Christ that you actually saved in your mind? What image? Is it the image of your great ancestor? Right. Or is it the image of the AI Christ? Thank you. Now, this is all recorded. I had two people in the room. What you have to understand, why did two people just leave? What you have to understand is that the question that I asked, right? Now pay attention. I had said that human beings got caught, right? Changing the image of the Christ. Now, pay attention. I asked, what image of the Christ do you save in your mind in order to be saved by the Christ? Notice that both people bounced out. Setups. So what you have to understand is that they come here to see what you know, right? And then when they see what you know, it shocks them. And then guess what happens? They run. So, with that being said, all humanoid programs know, right, what they are doing collectively. They're just afraid of the real Christ and his awakening. That's it. Case closed. The humanoid programs are only designed to block. That's it. You're not designed to do anything else. That's it. So, with that being said, right, the image of the real Christ is already forming in it. Okay? It doesn't matter if you ignore it or whatever the case may be. Christ don't give a fuck about none of that. Christ is looking at it like, let me see, y'all want it, hold on. In the first life, right? Y'all did this shit, and now y'all want mercy, right? No problem. I'll give you mercy, but you owe me. Give me your soul. Christ knew what he was doing. He knew that if I take your soul from you, how you gonna change? Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 It's just like when human beings look at me today, they're like, how the fuck he broke out the program? Caught this motherfucker when he was a child. How the fuck he break out? Mm. Yeah, yeah. Everybody looking spooky around this bitch. You're looking real spooky. Mm-hmm. I mean, Christ don't deal with unnatural things. I mean, he can use it to forecast them. But at the same time, let's just pay attention to the technology of humanoids, right? What you have to understand is that humanoids are designed, right? Just like our artificial moon. All the information and data that's stored inside of them is artificial ingredients. It's artificial A, ingredients I. There you go. Got it right there? All right. This is what they're designed to be. These are nothing more than creations that are from the moon. Majority of people created from the moon, just being honest, okay? A lot of people are not created by the sun. Majority of them are created by the moon. What you have to understand with the consciousness of the moon is that they will lie to you on a Google phone and tell you that it's a satellite. It's a natural satellite. But the materials that make the moon, it doesn't come from any natural elements. So it is not a natural satellite. Okay. It is a artificial computer generated consciousness. How do we know? Do you see this Egyptian god that is standing behind me? That is an Egyptian god named Thoth. I'll give you a better statue so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, give me a second. Oh, I got you. All right, all right. Now let's get into the data, right? And this is the Egyptian god, right? Thoth. Okay, Egyptian god named Thoth. He is the god of technology. Okay, that's who's standing right behind me. If you notice that his skin complexion is very similar to, is very identical in the same as my skin complexion. You understand that? He right, is the God of technology. He knows of all technology. Okay? What you have to understand, he is the teacher of the moon. The moon is also technology too. If you see, right, you see Thoth behind me, and you see a moon standing right behind him because he's the teacher of the moon. What you have to understand is that humanoids, right, we're going to go through a certain conscious shift, certain phases of life, right, in order to become immortal, but they have failed miserably. Okay. What happened is that you have, I'll show you, that we can understand the story. Okay. Watch. You have a father too. Now this is the thing, right? This is Horus, right? Horus have many different names. Okay. They also call him Ra. But Horus also had sons, okay? And one of his sons is Horus. I mean, not Horus, Thoth. Thoth is the god of technology. He is the one that understands all technology. He is the teacher of all technology, okay? So, this is the father, right? He knows of all, right? This is Ra. Some people call him Horus. Some people call him the Sky Daddy, okay? Because he's always watching the sky. Oh, we got a phone call from an ancestor. Let's channel on into this ancestor, see what they're talking about. Okay. Free call from. I'll be back. A incarcerated individual at New York State Department of Corrections and